Welcome, modern day mystics, fellow truth seekers, James and Justin, back at it again, and we are going to continue the Army of Satan series here.
Part 5.
Finally, you guys want it so bad. You guys keep asking for it, so we just keep bringing it.
We gonna give it to you. We gonna give it to you.
And it appears that in Islam, it doesn't matter what belief systems out there, they have their version of what they think the Matrix is. So this one's about the Matrix, mind control.
It means to control the thinking process, behavior, emotions and decisions of a person through psychological, physical or paranormal means. It also means to reduce one's ability to think critically and independently, in order to allow the introduction of new unwanted thoughts and ideas into his mind, and to change his attitudes, values and beliefs.
And so today, these hybrid bloodlines are known as the Illuminati, the illuminated ones, and they're the ones that control the transnational corporations, governments, the banking system, the whole shebang that dictates and
There's a Batman symbol in there.
controls the direction of society. More of that later. And the idea, of course, because compared with the global population, there's very few of these people. The idea is to enslave the rest of humanity in that vibrational prison I've been talking about, so the few can control the vast majority.
We were being prepared for something. Our minds were being prepared for something. This does not happen by chance. And we, the innocent people, trying to look at the world and...
So, mind control is definitely real.
Yes, yeah. It's
Yeah,
used
like-
in advertisement.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Whole
I
time.
can't pass by a Big Mac sign without being like, I needs me a Big Mac.
Yeah.
I needs me a Big Mac.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it is used in, colors have been proven to have an effect on how you are and certain ways of speaking, Like, there's no reason why every,
Yeah.
radio commercial about, like, a Whopper's got, like, a bassy voice guy.
Yeah.
Feeling hungry in your belly.
I'm sure there's a lot of groups out there that can relate to this, because I'm sure this isn't just Islam. There's like, the Christians feel like they're being manipulated, and the Democrats and the Republicans feel like they're being mind controlled, and everyone feels like they're being mind controlled.
Because we are.
Yes.
You can bypass the conscious mind, Again, I'll say it again. I always advise people, at least some point in your life, delve into hypnotism a little bit, because you'd be like, I've been hypnotized my whole damn life. There's like so many things you can do to like Pavlovianly get you salivating or get you prone to like think a certain thing, or
It's very, and it can be very subtle too. It's like even the way you watch, like say you watch sitcoms or something. It was like, why does Claire always pour a glass of wine when she enters the kitchen? Every time?
Yeah.
Every time.
I don't know. Every time I walk into a kitchen, I feel like something's missing. So I start pouring a glass of wine, and that fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm not opposed to like entertaining such ideas.
Yeah.
trying to understand what is going on. We see everything is moving toward one world state.
I always think of Satan as such a dumbass, in a sense that like it takes so little intelligence to know that if your role in the universe is the corrupter of things, and you just switch sides and you win.
Yeah.
If Satan's watching this, man, like, you know, if you want the inside scoop, just repent and follow God and you'll have duped him. He'll be like, no, don't, you're supposed to be Satan. I'm supposed to, like, step on your neck at the end and imprison you. That's how you win anything, is stop playing the game. But people like, okay, what was that quote from The Big Short? Truth is like poetry, and most people fucking hate poetry. That's like a beautiful quote. Because all you got to do is don't play the game. Don't play it. Yeah. But we got to, that's Satan. But they're the bad ones. I don't even care if we have a one world government. Are we all going to agree then, though? Or will there splinter groups that are like against it? You know, if we could just do everything on the same side, we win.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We fucking win.
But we know it would happen no matter what. Whatever way it goes, if it's disconnected and fully dual and everyone's fighting, then the next phase is for it to all become one. And then once it becomes all one again, then people say, I'm sick of it being all one, and I want it to split up.
Just admit you don't want it to be one. You know, in your heart, have a little giggle and just admit it to yourself. Yeah. Because that's a step in the right direction, even if you can be like, I do want enemies. I do fucking want enemies, though, to crush and win. I want to feel like I'm on the right side and someone's on the wrong side. I do want that. Just admit it. What's so bad about admitting it? It even makes like genetic sense. It even makes evolutionary sense that your brain would be operated to like care about hierarchy and like others, and they're the bad and I'm the good. Yeah. Acknowledge it, you know, because it's funny. It's not just this religion. So many religions talk about like the fear of a one world government. Yeah, I'm like, if we could legitimately be a one world government and work on each other's same team without argument. But it's like, that'll never happen. The earth will never be unified. It'll be a battle forever. I'm like, why do you want that? Why wouldn't you be like, why, God?
Well, it's like a manifesting of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you actually want a battle. Yeah. Which would make sense. I'm not even judging. If you're like, I do want to like be on a battlefield battling. Yeah. It still makes sense to want.
Yeah, I get it. I hear
but you do not care about unity then. You actually don't fucking care about it then. Or maybe you care about both. It's possible too.
There's the thumbnail.
Market segmentation is a terminology in economics which refers to the process of dividing a society into groups or segments, based on different characteristics. The segments created are composed of customers who will respond similarly to the marketing strategies and who share traits such as similar interests, needs, and locations. Now, exactly same is the case with our society today. The elite masses are segmenting the society and providing specific programs.
I love that our attitude is always the same with these things. We always struggle through it, me all sweaty-faced and ranty, and then they're like, more army of Satan. I love it. Thank you.
It's fun.
For each and every segment of the society. And this segmentation process is done according to their differences, according to their gender, their ages, their standard of living, their nations, their countries, their needs, their interests, and according to their level of understanding. So they have segmented the society and are controlling the people, and the weapon they are using is in your own houses, even in your own pockets.
There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The big, the wealthy, the real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. They're irrelevant. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city.
You can be free. I do think you can be free. Like, first of all, he's absolutely correct. You are owned, bought, sold, stamped. You are owned, and there's only the illusion of freedom. But you can kind of be free, but it just takes not caring what anyone thinks, because you will most certainly, absolutely, most certainly be a weirdo if you live free. Because that means autonomous thought. That means being like, yeah, that show that everybody likes is bullshit and fucking evil. And that means, and you'll be alienated to the outskirts of society. Because to get along in any system, you got to like go along to get along.
Yeah.
You got to like go with it.
Yeah.
Even though it's a fucking lie and you're evil and contributing to the doom we're all facing. So you can be free and be enlightened and be like, wee, but you'll just be an alienated fucking weirdo.
You'll be ostracized.
This is for real.
Yeah.
That's that. That's it. We can forget the whole rest of it. But if I was in a room full of a bunch of people but believed this, and I was the loudest one being like, I was the first one to hate Satan. Amen. Everybody be like, that's a good Muslim. He's a good one. He's good. Right? Am I on to something?
What do you mean about that? Say that again.
What I'm saying is, we pretend like people don't, like, if you find something everyone's agreeing with and people agree with it, no matter how crazy it seems.
Yeah.
And if you want to be truly free from being puppeteered through life and be autonomous, you will be an oddball. Because everything everyone...
Because you're not playing the game, you're not doing what everyone else is doing.
That's right.
People
You're
go
not
like,
playing...
hey, why aren't you doing what I'm doing?
Yeah, why don't you care? Something weird about that guy. He doesn't care about the shit you're supposed to care about.
Yeah.
You know? There's like... I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I crackers? Am I out of my mind here?
I hear what you're saying.
City halls, they got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media news, all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want.
You can't handle the truth! Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns.
We see people talking about the Freemason order, the Illuminati, the international bankers, the Zionists, alien consciousness. Even some groups are coming up, satanic type groups, New Age type religions. All of these coming up, and what we find in most cases is that all of these groups are worshiping a force. If you go to the highest level of these groups, you see they are doing a type of worship. It is not to God. It is not the God of Moses or Jesus or Muhammad, peace be upon them. It is another force. And they are worshiping this force. They are seeking and taking strength out of this force. Allah tells us, "Ash-shaytan ya'idukum al-faqr wa ya'murukum bil-fahsha." That he will threaten you with poverty. And he commands you with immorality, with corruption. He commands you with this.
Learn to love poverty. Learn to love poverty. Learn to love poverty. You know, so many times in my life I've been accused of being innocent. We've gotten comments like that on this, where it's like, oh, they're so innocent or something like that, like as in ignorant.
Yeah.
But I'm aware that people that go to a place with an upside down fucking cross and wear cloaks are doing it because of the pageantry of it. They're into like behaving evil. You know what real evil is? Real evil is like somebody that actually got abused behind closed doors by some bastard that was like supposed to be an authority figure.
Yeah.
Real evil does not have upside down fucking crosses and dress in cloaks.
Yeah, it's like a chameleon, or like it hides behind doing
Yes!
something that makes it look like it's something good, but is actually hurting everyone.
Fucking yes!
Yeah.
That is the reality, and all you gotta do is encounter it, and you're like, oh, I know what real evil is, and the real evil people like look at each other and they're like, we know what's truly dark. Like, they love naivete.
Yeah.
You know? Are you kidding me? Like some person that's dressed like a goth is not actually they're a cartoon version of evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real evil is like, you know, is somebody that actually
Much
hurts
more
people.
devious.
Somebody that hurts people and tries to hide it.
Yeah.
And so we see certain themes. Put these themes in your mind when you think about the international system. What are the foundations of the system that we are all living under? The fear of poverty, evil, corruption. Look at the categories that are in front of us. Evil. Go to the movie and see. The hero of half of the movies is a criminal. The thieves and the bandits are now the heroes that people, young people especially, are idolizing. Look at the music. Look at the expression coming out of the anarchy and the music in the younger generation. Then look at now the world. Immorality. And then you see it in the movies, you see it in the programs. And some of our own Muslims are watching, especially sisters are watching during the day. They watch Days of Our Life and soap operas and, you know, who's sleeping with whose neighbor and stuff like that. And then they even tape the program. They tape the program so they can see it when they come home.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real. That stuff that he just said there. Everybody's recording it. Oh, that's brutal.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
There's a lot of like hardcore points made in that little cartoon there.
There was. It's a serious point, especially to her killing herself, and they record it.
Yeah.
This reminded me at the beginning of a movie I saw recently that I really liked called Beau is Afraid.
Yeah.
And they're like trying to egg the guy it's all from his paranoid perspective, but the world's very dark in his mind.
Yeah.
And in the beginning they're like egging a guy to jump. They're like, we're trying to get him to jump. and get a recording of it, which is starting to seem likely in our reality.
Yeah. Well, you can look at it as going down that dark path. I actually think that we recognize it now. It's why now as parents now we're like, all right, enough tablet time, enough, like put that down. Where like there was a time period in our lives where that wasn't, like, it used to start off with TV. Like, you can't stay inside all summer and watch television. You got to go outside and play. But then technology became more accessible and became tablets and phones and things that you could take outside, that you could take to your friend's house. And so now it goes everywhere. So now we just have to learn how to handle that stuff better. And
in these times, I think more about Terence McKenna's words, where he talks about things are going to get unbearably. The time frame between waiting for what you want and getting it is going to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink, and novelty is going to expand, and entropy is going to happen, and it's going to get unbearable. Things are just going to get so radical, and it's going to become like every moment is just unbearable. I kind of feel like that is, it's almost like cells dividing and dividing, and things getting so confusing and paradoxical, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you do? You know, what, like, so many things we do. Like, what if you were to, like, get your kid completely off technology, and then they grow up and they're an outsider because literally everyone else was secretly letting their kids be on their phones the whole time. Yeah. And so recognizes right, like,
maybe the only thing humans can do is keep it simple. And we understand that there's been civilizations before us that have annihilated themselves, and the more they look into that, they think it goes way farther back than what they thought it did. So maybe humanity's already gone through this, and they annihilated themselves to like go back to a primitive state because that's the only way we can function. Maybe we can only function in a primitive state. Maybe not.
And maybe
you're advance beyond it.
Maybe you're absolutely right now. What if moment to moment the truth actually changes? Because right now I'm like, you know, in one of our last videos, I was like, it seems like the way to be is to let go.
Yeah.
Is to actually let go. Because it's too paradoxical, and you're just going to frustrate yourself trying to have control. And so let go. But that's only true temporarily. If you're going to truly let go, you got to be willing to grab on again.
Okay.
And like take this bull by the horns. So welcome to the new reality where everything's complicated.
The Matrix. Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
Open your mind. Not getting back into that. Look, yeah, I think definitely on some level we are all slaves. I think it's been like that since the dawn of time. Since humans have been able to, like, you know, bring civilization around. There's always been an element of that.
There's always going to be something that you don't want to do that you got to. Imagine you were like, I don't want to go hunt today.
Yeah,
I'm going to starve to death if I don't catch a rabbit.
So you're a slave to that.
I have to do it.
Yeah.
That's for real. Kinda. I'm a little bit different than other people, though. I don't like to tell anyone how I live or what I'm up to. Mm-hmm. But I'm not beheld in the same way other people are.
Jeez. Easy.
I'm not though. So maybe you ought to listen to what I have to say.
Well, there's a lot in there. I think we'll leave it at that. And we'll see you guys in part 6. Just don't forget, if you liked this video, to hit the like, share this with a friend, subscribe, and until next time, stay spiritual.